First, I had to face the idea that I'd have to find something to wear for it. I couldn't see dolling myself up like a wedding cake, and I really couldn't see dropping thousands of dollars for 5 hours of clothes. Bridal shorts and sneakers sounded good, but I didn't know if anyone would show up if I did that, and why bother if we weren't going to share it with our community. I tried shopping for dresses, but watching those oceans of blinding taffetas just made me feel ridiculous. When I was a little girl, I had ideas on this topic, though. Big ones. I'd also had ideas of being a princess, a fairy, even a lobster, until biology books showed me that a different future had already been scheduled. For some reason, I felt smaller in the wedding gowns I tried on, like grinning porcelain, praying for less of myself, just like my mom and grandmothers had years before. They had changed everything about their lives to create and reinforce the stable foundation of their husbands. Stand up, step up, sign on the perfect pure white hem. So, this was all very frustrating until I saw the movie Elizabeth. I absolutely loved it. Oligarchies do nothing for me, but I hadn't even imagined that a woman could be froofed up to the moon and still personify autonomy and strength. I got books about Elizabeth I and found out that she was true. She was a real person who was brilliant and powerful and unbelievably, unapologetically gorgeous. She was a decisive monarch and nice to Shakespeare. In her dazzling opulence, she wore a string of lovely young men kissing her hands and writing poems about her in which she was the moon or a fairy queen. I read enough to know that she was a jerkess sometimes, too. More royal than human. Had more stupid, greedy vein than brave, noble, and wise. She actually made her court by her impossibly extravagant gifts several times a year, throwing some of them into debt. Debt to buy a queen more shit. No matter what I read, I'll never understand how that makes sense to those people. Queenness and brideness also threw me because of the exclusiveness of it, the glowing above everybody else. Even the groom who gets to fade and blend in black. It's a crazy dichotomy. Actively connecting my life to someone else's by isolating myself as the sole shining star in a stunningly expensive show. Pointed tips on social pyramids are crap. Hierarchical social systems should top out in a platform for two people, at least two people who have to agree before they can act. Every precaution should be taken against the selfishness and irresponsibility that grow from weak interpersonal connections. Now, our psychology seems more interested in building Übermenschen and Frauen than citizens, than people whose direction and sole purpose is created by a larger social and emotional framework. What if there were two judges? Two CEOs, two gods, not one above the other, but both completely equal. Acting in concert, or not at all. What if everyone at a wedding could be the most important person in the room?